This is the Cyrillic Dictionary Antique Book Junk Journal, and it's volume #1. I love these. I think they're so pretty. They have these like imprints on the spine and on the, they're really cool. And the antiquing on them is fantastic as well. This is got brass edges. If you want to see this up close, look on the site and you can see these pictures up close. I did decorative tape on the inside of this. This is watercolor paper that's binding this Coptic bound journal. These are all signatures that are sewn to each other, not to the binding. This is a piece that you get with this junk journal that has a soldier on a horse, and then there's wind blowing through the horse's hair. He's really, really sweet. And then there's this Victorian die cut of a cow with little like bells on her horns, and it's just lovely. And this is printed on an original piece from this set of books that I bought here in Shanghai. We're getting ready to move back to the United States, but right now we're still living in Shanghai. I'll take you through this book page by page so you can see what's in here and give you some of the history. This is a Paul Frank bag, which I love. I love the black and white on this bag. I think it's really cool. Handmade cotton paper and watercolor paper. This is a little creature from Shanghai. This is probably a wine bag, if I had to guess. I think it's probably rice wine. And more craft paper and Chinese red paper. Yeah, Mutai is a rice wine company. So that's what that is. I had to build these construction paper pages because this journal is so humongous that I couldn't accommodate the size. More commercial bags. This is a Korean restaurant here in Shanghai. Cotton paper. Bihiang is, I don't know, I think this must be a tea company. Anyway, these bags are really prevalent here in my compound. I live in a huge compound, so anyway, I collect these bags out of the recycling. Actually, the wait staff actually helps me do this. But I love these bags with their pretty gold writing on them. I love this green paper. This is lovely cotton paper. And this is gold paper. You can see the stitching on the inside of all of these signatures. And then in a Coptic book, the book always lies completely flat, which is what makes it wonderful to journal in because you're not fighting with the spine. And it's so sturdy because it's sewn to itself, not to a spine that's going to tear away or that the glue is going to give way. There's not glue holding this binding together. I love this paper. It's so thick and smooth and pretty. This is an expat restaurant that's right around the corner from our flat. And a lot of people go there. We go there just for French fries. When we want French fries, we go there and have French fries and play cards. This is cotton paper and more cotton paper. I love these bags. I don't know what this company is. We get a lot of deliveries in our compound from this company. I just think it's really cool. The colors and the boldness on that paper is really lovely. This is such pretty paper. So hard to come by in the United States, but super easy in Shanghai. I had so much fun cutting these patterns on the edges of these pages. I love that metallic paper. It's really, really pretty. This has got little gold flecks in it. I think of this as crunchy paper because it's got huge texture to it, which I absolutely love. It's handmade paper. People here practice their characters a lot. They write in Mandarin on paper, and so they buy very fancy paper, so it's easy to come by. This is what the book looks like from the side. You can see where I've tied the binding together, and then you can see that the binding itself is loose. So this is what the book looks like when you hold it up to the side. Gold paper and more gold paper, construction paper, this really, really fine paper, which I absolutely love. And you can see that I always leave the distress on a bag. I hand rip them, and then there's, when I've taken off handles or something else on the bag, I leave it. Alborgo is this wonderful trattoria right around the corner from us. Really, really great Italian food. And the owners are really, really nice guys. They're from Italy, strangely. This is a Ferrero Rocher bag that's, but it's Chinese, which I love because Americans will be familiar with this kind of chocolate. And you can see that I repair bags, and I leave my repairs so that you can see them. I love the repairs in the bags. It's actually my favorite look when something has got that much love in it. I think that the pedigree on these is lovely because there's these all of these papers are from everywhere. I mean, somebody bought this Ferrero Rocher and shared it with somebody else here in Shanghai, and then I've repurposed it for your journal. I think this is hilarious. The service is not Banau's specialty. It's the tripe and mushroom soup. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not keen to try tripe and mushroom soup. I'm sure it's fabulous. And this is a really popular restaurant because it is always, I am always getting these bags. This is handmade paper. And Uniqlo is a huge Japanese company here. And everybody shops there for practical clothing. This is a page from the original manuscript that I sewed into your book so that you can see what it looks like. You could actually use a photo translator on your phone and see what this dictionary page says if you wanted to. You would just have to translate from the Eastern European Cyrillic. If you chose Cyrillic on a photo translator, you'd be able to tell what that says. The reason I'm so familiar is because I live in a place where I don't understand the characters, so I'm always using a photo translator on my phone. I love these pages. This is such a smart little page with this dark blue coloring on it. It's fantastic. I love copper against dark blue too. It's really pretty. This is a soybean bag that I rescued from the side of the road in this little village close by to where we stay. When we want to get out of town, we drive to these little villages on the like on the extreme edges of Shanghai, and then we can get away from the urban nature of this place. And I pulled this soybean bag off the side of the road, and so pretty. And I ran it through the washing machine to get it clean. For you. This says Lee Shore Coffee. I don't know anything about this coffee place, but I think it's fun that it's in English. So this is, I love this. It says Mrs. Huan. It's fantastic. I had to repair this bag all over the place. I used its own receipt to repair it, and I think it was so cool that they printed their receipts in orange. This is handmade paper, more of this green paper. An Estee Lauder bag, which is cool. Everybody loved Estee Lauder here in my compound. I don't shop there, but lots of women buy makeup there. Tukai is, I think, a restaurant here in Shanghai. It's such a pretty green, the bag is. And I love the copper lettering on it. So somebody else likes that as much as I do. It's not just me that pairs green with copper. I think this is such a great name for a bakery, and people shop here all the time in my compound, so I get a lot of these bags, and I love the distress on this bag. You can see my sewing here. But it looks to me like the baker was drunk and spilled some, grenadine or something on that page. Anyway, it's cool. This is sort of a graduated, pretty brownish bag. More of that original manuscript that I sewed in for you. And a really cool upcycled paper, craft paper bag. This is fancy paper that I bought here brand new, so can't claim to have saved it. I love these little bunnies on here, or I think they're bunnies, although they could be like, I don't know what those little creatures are. Anyway, I like this bag. And you can see that this has been taped here and then rescued anyways. More of these little, as a bunny and then like a kitty. I don't know, do bunnies and kitties get along? I have no idea. This is pearlized paper that I just love. I just got this paper. It was shipped from very far away in China, so it took forever to get to me. I love black pages because you can do cool like photographic stuff on those pages. This is the most popular coffee joint in Shanghai. I never go there, but people really, really love it. So I get lots and lots of bags from Luckin Coffee, which I told my personal trainer what that rhymes with in English, and he can't stop laughing about that. Only an American would think like that, but this doesn't actually pull up. This is actually just a photo image on the back of that Luckin Coffee bag. This is the back of your journal, the back page, and then I left the whole thing unembellished, and there's the spine, and that is your Cyrillic Dictionary junk journal.